Hello and welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Eric, joined once again with Derek.
Hello.
Derek and Eric Hour means General Hospital 1993. Time we roll the credits and we'll chat. So, I almost feel like this is like a May sweeps month or a February sweeps month with all the drama going on. Tiffany and Sean, tears. I'm like, they really know how to like torture you. It's like you can't just lose a baby. You have like all week you got to lose it. Like,
Yeah.
and I thought this was the baby that was going to be born. So I was like, oh, it's got to be good. Maybe Tiffany's right. I was like hanging in with her.
It's not Annie.
Guess not. um, who else was all the drama this week? Oh, Karen. Brutal to watch. And we clearly know where it's going. I'm guessing she's going to have split personalities. It kind of reminds me of I don't know. Did you watch Knots Landing?
Yeah.
With Valine when she had
Yeah.
Verna.
At the end. What was that at the end? Valine and the split personality?
No, it was right after the babies got taken from her. So
Oh,
season
yeah.
7, when she went to that small town. It just what it reminded me of because I remember the lipstick then too, and I'm like, I wonder if they like got that idea from that. I mean, a lot of soap writers get ideas from other soaps in the past and stuff. But anyway, I don't even know where to start. So Brenda's very side story, so I feel like we can't even really start with her because she's in a couple of different things. I guess let's start with Catherine, Scott, and Lucy. So they're in New York with Dominique's apartment, right? So she has an apartment. She has like a country house. This bitch is loaded, right? Did we ever see the country house?
I don't think so.
All right, it's just talked about. I wasn't sure if it was like in the past or anything.
You mean where they grew up?
Yeah.
I don't think so. But they do mention it a lot though. Like in later years too.
Who makes the peanut butter and cucumber sandwich? Because who came up with that?
Catherine.
I'm like, is that a real thing? I'm like,
Really?
I've heard of peanut butter and banana, but not peanut butter and cucumber. Yeah, it sounds nasty. I mean, maybe Lucy being pregnant might like it. I'm not sure.
Well, I think it was something that she and Dominique used to eat, and I think she made it for Scotty.
Or so she says.
Yes.
Lucy tries to catch Catherine lies, obviously. Some guy comes and appraises Dominique's apartment stuff. Lucy fills Catherine in on her and Scotty's past, how they used to be a thing before Dominique and all that came along. Scotty thanks Lucy for coming because she kind of forced herself to, and he kind of needed her there as a friend. We get those two people that worked for Dominique growing up in her New York place, says Catherine, right? They don't recognize Catherine.
No, wonder why.
How is Catherine going to get out of that? So Lucy questions her about them not knowing her, and she comes up with the idea that, oh, they were the New York staff, and we were in the country, so I never got to meet them. I'm like, And it just so happens that all the country staff is dead.
Yes, how convenient.
Like, did somebody kill them, or were they all like 100 years old? Like, what was going on? I wonder how much staff there was. I would assume a maid, a butler, and a driver. So 3 probably.
Yeah.
So I guess it's possible. Lucy stays behind to question Elsie, and that's what she finds out. Elsie is one of the people. Lucy gets on Scott for letting Catherine stay in the New York apartment because Lucy just doesn't trust her, and Catherine seems like she knows. It all seems very like fake and like, oh hey, how you doing? Like they're very fake to each other. Catherine cries and she's holding something at the end. Did you see what it was? Was it like a music box or a jewelry box?
Yeah, it was a jewelry box.
A jewelry box. And now I'm really confused. I'm wondering if she was maybe related to someone that Dominique knew, but maybe she was like an enemy of Dominique. You know more than I do, so I guess you can't say.
Oh, I know. Well, they talk about it all throughout the 90s, so.
So Lucy got morning sickness. Lucy and Scott talk about Catherine. Later on, Lucy and Holly talk about her split up in Tiffany, because Tiffany's in the hospital, which we'll get to in a minute. Lucy
Mm-hmm.
gets nervous because Tiffany's in the process of possibly losing her baby. So now she's like, oh God, now I might lose mine. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
But Tony kind of eases her mind, and Bobby sees them when she gave a smooch.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Bobby just like, again, she doesn't like Lucy. I don't know Bobby and Lucy's past, but, or when they, do you know like any of their past?
Well, it has to do with Tony. She married Tony. And
So Tony and Lucy were together first before Bobby came along?
I think like they. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. Karen would know, but better than me. But
So Tony and
I think there was like a. I know their animosity has something to do with Tony.
so Lucy pushes Julia to keep Brenda into modeling. Julia's like, no, I want her to go to school and blah blah blah. Lila gives Ned some good advice, which was nice to see because Ned needs all the advice because he sucks. Brenda and Julia are picketing at one point with Felicia, and she says that you can be the new deception model, but you have to enroll in PCU in order to take the job, which I thought was pretty clever. Brenda, of course, reluctantly agrees, correct?
Yeah.
So now it's a win-win. She gets a job and she has to go to school, and Julia's happy. I feel like they don't know what to do with Julia and Ned, or Jenny and Paul, for that matter.
Paul and Jenny are kind of like side characters in this.
Yeah, like they're very backburnered. Lucy confides in Scott about her baby worries. He's like, Dominique's watching over you. I wouldn't worry about it. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully that's true.
No, I
Any
think
clues I should be getting from Catherine?
I don't think there's any clues yet. To
All
be
right.
honest, yeah, but I don't know. We haven't seen Damien yet, and I think when Damien comes on, it'll be a little more clear.
Oh yeah, I never seen his run, so
Yeah,
I'm excited.
we're not far. He should be on any second, any day. So
Oh, so yeah, I'm hoping Sean and Tiffany get a little break because I need a break from this storyline.
yeah.
Um, so, we'll get into that right now. Sean and Tiffany, he kind of talks to her while she's asleep, but she's really awake, and he's like, "Oh, I love you," blah blah blah. So she feels, I don't know, she's very torn because he cheated and all that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Sean's worried about the baby. He confides in Tony a little bit. Holly guilts Sean, um, and he's frustrated that he can't do anything for Tiffany. He's like, I can't comfort her. There's nothing I could do. Holly sees Tiffany, gives a message from Sean, like, he loves you. Give him a chance. She also is kind of playing devil's advocate, like, you were separated, right? When he did cheat.
Right. Well, also, what like Holly said, Tiffany gave him the impression that there was no coming back from this; it was over for good. So that was Sean's mindset.
Right. But Holly has to like tiptoe around her because, of course,
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany's like, oh, you're taking his side. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
you can be on whatever side, but as long as you're on my side.
Yeah.
And I love seeing this. I was just saying this to Karen earlier because we're watching 1983 and 82, and Holly and her are close then, so it's kind of cool to see her
Yeah.
now.
I
Gonna
like
be
their friendship a lot.
yeah, same. It's a shame Holly didn't stay and get a better storyline.
Oh my god.
Um, Tiffany has pains at the end, so we're like, okay, she's definitely losing it. She's in pain. Bobby comes in. Doctor says that she might be having a miscarriage. Again, they're dragging this out, pulling all the tears out of us here. Bobby worries that Tiffany might not be able to have babies if she loses this one, so she's worried about how she'll react. Like, if you lose the baby and then you can't have babies, like, that's going to be like a double whammy against her. Tiffany and Sean seem to be pretty positive that the baby might make it through this. Then we find out like the fetus won't be viable. There's not enough fluid. I don't know what all doctors speak. I don't know exactly what it is, but they need more fluid in the embryo or something.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little chance that the baby can live. Tony gives Sean some bad news that Tiffany might die too if she gets an infection. So now he's all worried about that.
Yeah.
Tony was a dick in a little bit. I felt like
I had the same thought
he was
after I bring it up.
So I guess they give something to Tiffany. She's having contractions. Tony says the baby's aren't lungs aren't strong enough. Tiffany's still having hope, as was I. I'm like, this has to be the baby that lives, but maybe we're just having some heavy drama.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, Holly and Tiffany cry it out again, ripping your heart out here.
Yeah,
In July. This is July of 1993, people.
mm-hmm.
Not November, not February, May. Tiffany still thinks her baby will be okay and tells Sean to have faith. Tiffany wants so that the baby dies, I guess, when they get him out. And Tony says that it's a boy. Because she wants to see the baby. I don't think they show that she sees the baby, but they do tell her that. Sean tries to cheer Tiffany up. Of course, she ain't having it because she's very upset. She's very depressed. Blames Sean. She's like, "Well, I'm going to look back at this and remember that you cheated on me, and that's why I lost the baby," which was kind of shitty to say. But again, she's not in a great situation here, and she's depressed. What are you going to do? That's what I would probably say.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony brings up, though, it could have been the drugs and alcohol that you were taking.
Jessica did visit the hospital and tried to see Tiffany with flowers, and Bobby attacked her, which was great. Get her out of here.
Yeah.
And then Sean got her out of there. And
Bobby's like, "Are you crazy?
yeah.
What are you here for?" I don't know. I don't want to say I'm like Team Jessica here,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, Tiffany doesn't. But does Jessica know that Tiffany knows now?
Well, Sean told her.
Sean did tell her
Yeah.
beforehand.
No, at that moment when at the hospital when she
At that moment. So again, she was probably caring a little bit. I feel like
mm-hmm.
I don't want to believe that Jessica's a complete heartless monster. I could be
I don't
wrong.
think she is yet.
I don't know her. I don't know her that well. So I want to think that she was actually doing a nice thing. Since she didn't know Karen and Ray and all that mess. She remembers. Karen remembers everything. She says it to Ray.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "You teased me. You never told me to stop. You kept the secret." All the things that a pervert says. Karen, of course, hides from Jagger after Ray leaves her. And Jagger's trying to get a hold of her. He's worried about her. He's like depressed too. Jagger confides in Brenda about Karen that something's wrong. I feel like Brenda is actually being a friend to him. How do you feel? You think she's being like trying to just make her move, or do you think she's actually being a good friend to him?
I don't know. I can't figure that out yet. I'm trying to just. I was going back and forth actually.
I think she cares about Jagger, and I think she actually, because she obviously she don't care about Karen, but she does care about like how Jagger feels. So I want to think that she's actually being decent, even though she's probably not. But she says to him that it'll work out, things will work out. Then we see Karen dressed like a hoe, which not really, but like in a nice black dress that's showing her back and stuff. And then she puts on the lipstick and wipes it off. This is what Verna did in Knots Landing.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of similarities. The writer must be a fan of Not Landing.
Yeah, right. So I kind of included Alan and Monica in this too because it has to do with Karen as well. Alan goes off on AJ about Karen. Why were you mean to her? That wasn't cool. AJ and Alan fight it out a little bit. AJ likes to point out that he's not drinking, just letting him know. Jason simmers AJ down. Monica and AJ talk. She's like, "You're running away like your dad would." He don't like to be compared to Alan, that's for sure. Monica and Alan fight about their past affairs. Karen has nightmares of Ray. Jagger calls that she's late for work, so her life's kind of falling apart this summer. It ain't looking good. Jagger takes his frustration out at the gym. Brenda is at the gym, of course, with him and trying to be a good friend to him, I think. Because we'll see. Karen gets to work but looks like shit, and Ruby makes her leave. She's like, "You need rest, girl. You need to go home." Jagger blows off Brenda while Ray harasses Karen. Ray is disgusting, dude. I can't wait for him to die. Jagger worries as Karen is in her thoughts. Rhonda gets home. Yay! Alan and Monica seem to be getting along now. And then he looks on his calendar that Rhonda returns that day, and I'm like, hmm. Although after the conversation that Alan and Rhonda have, I feel like Alan does want to keep her as a friend. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was kind of annoyed with them. Because Rhonda kept telling Alan to stay away from her, and he kept going trying to find her.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And he's married. I mean, Monica, I guess, is okay with this because she was. It's just kind of weird. That's all.
It is, but I mean, Alan and Monica have a very weird relationship, as we've
Yeah.
seen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they both cheated like every other year. Monica wants to go on vacation, but he doesn't really want to right now. So they're fighting about that. AJ and Alan fight again. They probably should go on like a family vacation, maybe, so they can bond. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Karen and Rhonda talk about Alan. Karen like kind of goes off on her. You know, you're making me look like a fool in this town because you're hitting on this married man, and everybody talks shit, and it ain't cool. Alan and Rhonda talk about Karen and her issues. Rhonda feels bad hanging out with Alan too, so she's trying to
He
like put it on
did.
him. But Alan's saying like he's like we are just friends, like we never did anything besides kiss, and you know,
Mm-hmm.
I think he's trying to be her friend. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Jason starts shit with Jagger. Um, AJ and Jason talk about Jagger. Susan Moore is mentioned here.
I know. I was surprised. It's like I
Mhm.
guess I get that from Susan Moore.
Jason said that, yes. AJ asked her, why do you stay with Dad? And she says, as I love him. Mind your business. And I guess because he always sees Monica getting her heart broken from the father, so it is what it is. And I guess he doesn't understand that relationship. But again, this is probably why AJ's fucked up.
Yeah.
If he grew up like this, with them fighting all random, then of course he's going to be a messed up person. Karen's at work, talks to Jagger, and ends the relationship with him. Anything else on that storyline? Now I did read something by accident, so I got a bit of a spoiler. So I know Ray dies, but I just don't know when, and I'm hoping
Yeah.
soon.
And you don't know how, right?
I know who does it.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
I
Okay.
forget what I was looking up, but I didn't look up anything like that. But you know, sometimes you look something up and one little line comes out, and you're just, oh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to know, but it happened.
Right. I did like when Karen confronted Rhonda about kissing Alan, and that was great. I really enjoyed that. That was fun.
Yeah, I get why this storyline's happening. It's kind of like the lighter storyline of all of the mess.
Mm-hmm.
So Mac and Felicia are still flirty and being cutesy. Felicia goes to the boxing. What's the boxing place called? Just the
Lenny,
gym?
Lenny's.
Lenny's?
Mm-hmm.
How did it get to be named Lenny's?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Ask Karen in your current one. Felicia goes to there. Marco tries to kick her out again because he tried to kick her out last time. I thought this was solved already, but for some
Mm-hmm.
reason, here we are. Jenny and Paul are at work. Felicia wants Scott. She's like, is Scotty around? She wants his help to sue the gym or Marco, whoever's in charge of this gym. Does Marco own He don't own the gym, right?
He does own it. They said he owned it. He must have bought it because
I was going to say, when did he
I'm
buy it?
guessing he bought it with the money that he got from Tracy. And
No. Jagger helps Felicia fight off Marco when she goes back. Paul is basically excited because he's like, "Oh, good, I could sue this mother." And he talks to Marco. He's like, "Well, you know what? You might be getting sued."
discrimination against women, I guess.
Discrimination against women. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Mac and Felicia and Brenda are at the gym. They're picketing. Marco comes out. Ned and Julia banged in like a random scene. I don't understand what they're doing with them. They don't do anything. I'm guessing they're going to end them soon because they're not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Picketing continues. Lila was picketing, which I thought was cute,
Yeah.
in her wheelchair with her
Oh,
sign.
that was really cute.
That was around the time I think she talked to Ned. Jenny thanks Julia for helping Ned get her to the hospital, so now they kind of made up, I guess, for now.
Mhm.
Felicia plans more picketing. Amy brings up Johnny, the guy that she dated back in 1982, which I'm currently watching as
Oh,
well.
that was actually a real reference. I didn't know if it was made up or not.
Nope, that was
Wow.
a real reference. She dated Johnny. Came on in 1982. He was around for like 3 months, but she dated him, and that was
Oh,
kind of
wow.
like her first major, um, not major storyline, but major being paired with someone. She before
Mhm.
that she wasn't really paired with anybody.
Mhm.
But of course they got rid of him after a few months. He was gone by the summer. Ruby joins the picket thing as well. Mac goes into the gym and he kind of talks Marco into stopping it. Kind of mad at Mac for going in, but she didn't realize that he was actually going to say something to him.
Mhm.
Because I think like Mac just likes messing with her, and she messes with him. It's their thing. Marco tells off the women. He's like, "Listen, you ain't gonna come in here and get some drinks and all this stuff. You're just gonna come in, work out, and get out."
Mhm.
So he says, "Join if you want." And so I guess is it over now, or are they going to be picketing again next week? I don't know.
Well, Marco said that they were allowed to join.
But I thought it was over last week, so we'll see. Felicia brings up the PI business to Mac
Yeah.
too, which I do remember a little bit of that happening where I watched in the 90s. Anything else with them?
Um. Like, there was one thing about Marco I wanted. Oh, when he was concerned about Lila being out on the heat for too long, and she says, Mr. Dane, have you been? I was in the '60s, and do you remember what they used to say in the '60s? Hell no, we won't go. She did great. That line was perfect. It was so funny.
Yeah, Lila's so cute. I love her. And the last storyline is the storyline that we love to hate. Bill and Victoria. Why are they a thing? This I think it gets worse. Like, I mean, this is
I have even more or less opinion of Bill now than ever.
I know, which is pretty bad because we didn't even want to talk about him before.
Yeah.
So they seem to be in some kind of bliss, I think.
Mhm.
Um, he's making plans for the two of them. Sly comes out and he's like, "Oh, I guess three." I'm like,
Oh yeah, he was pissed that like his son came out for breakfast. Like, what is wrong with you?
"Did you forget your child?" Like,
Yeah, like you have to feed your son.
I almost wish he would just be like, "Go live with Jenny because she'll treat you better than I do."
Right. I was like, what is wrong with this guy? He does not care for his kid at all.
Yeah, he really doesn't. He's a dick to
He
Sly.
he didn't want Sly to go with him and Victoria because he wanted to bang Victoria. Like, what kind of a father are you?
A deadbeat shitbag. I can't
Yeah,
stand him. Like, I wonder if Tony Geary went in and be like, just make me the worst character ever.
right.
Because honestly, I really can't think of anyone else worse.
Yeah,
Even
he's
through the
horrible.
years. Even like the ones that kill people are probably better than him because at least
Mhm.
they know what they're doing and they like he's just a dick. So yeah, he's mad. He says he's mad at Victoria for caring about Sly.
Yeah, that was even worse. I'm like, you're mad because Victoria cares about your son?
Like
Oh my gosh.
I don't get it. Because even like Holly was trying to be cool with Sly,
Hmm.
and Sly didn't really like her, but Bill had a problem with that. So like, where's your head at? But like, Bill is just a complicated dickhead. Like, I don't even know how to like talk about him.
Yeah, I don't either. It was just like he gives zero fucks about his son. Like he does not care.
He gives zero fucks about her too. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like you just got this woman back. You thought she was dead, and you're supposedly in love with her, and you're like, that's your love of your life, and you treat her like shit
Hmm.
at every turn. You treated her like shit. You're sleeping with Holly. You're sleeping with her. Like, what
Hmm.
the? It's just bizarre. I need to know like what they were thinking with him.
I guess I don't know.
Like he needs to go to like character rehab to make him better or something. Like he just sucks.
And he kept defending himself with Sly to Victoria, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And I'm like, oh my god, just stop talking.
Like where are the writers? I just am dying to know like what the writers were thinking back then, like, or if he had anything to do with it.
I don't know.
Like he's just like, I want to be a father and I want to be an absolute evil dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like by July they probably knew. Did you think they knew that like Luke and Laura were coming back at this point? They had to be like in the works,
I
right?
would think so because if I'm remembering correctly, she was killed off on Loving in sometime in '93. So I think they were already planning to her to come back to GH.
So maybe that's it. Maybe maybe he's just they wanted to make him like so unlikable that when he returned as Luke, like everybody would love him. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
And because Luke hasn't been on, right, since like the mid '80s, I think.
yeah. Neither one of them have been on since the mid '80s. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's the only thing I could think of. Like, just make him so unlikable that when Luke comes back with his Luke hair, that everybody will fall in love with him again.
Right.
Because the Bill character was the worst. I mean, I really can't wait for him to die too. Like, I can't wait. And it's mean to say that I want to see people die, but
Mm-hmm.
it's terrible. And I'm over Marco Dane too. He needs to go.
He's annoying.
He is so annoying. He was like funny for a minute back in like '92, and then I was like over him. But anywho, and you would have thought he would have learned his lesson from the past. Like, wasn't he murdered back in the '70s?
Mhm.
Whatever. I guess he learned nothing,
Nope.
which is why he was never seen again. I think after this year.
Yeah.
Anything else to add about these episodes?
I do have a couple things. One was we didn't really touch on this, but Tony was a dick because what he said to Tiffany after her baby passed away. He said that the drugs and alcohol he consumed early in her pregnancy might have something to do with it. But Tiffany didn't ask you that, so you didn't have to offer that information.
I did say that, but yeah, like I felt the same
Mm-hmm.
way.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. He was totally uncalled for, and like I don't think any
Mm-hmm.
normal doctor would say that,
Mm-hmm.
but some doctors do, believe it or not, would probably say that, like giving her another
Mm-hmm.
reason. But I feel like Tony, because he knows Sean too, so I feel like he's
Mm-hmm.
like on Sean's side in a way because of the whole
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Lucas thing. But at the same time, you really shouldn't have said that to someone that just lost their fucking baby.
No, that was horrible. I can't believe you did that. That's not
Again, however, in 1983, when Holly lost her baby, Bobby was a shithead to her.
really. That's
Yeah,
surprising.
because I don't know what the thought was back then, but ask Karen about that.
Is that before Bobby's redemption? Like before she?
um, I think I just don't. I think back then they felt like you could just shake it off, and they didn't really think
Mhm.
about postpartum disorder and stuff like back then, or postpartum depression. So basically, that's what Bobby said. Like, you lost your baby, but you got to move on, like that type of thing.
Sorry, Karen just texted me an answer. So to your question, she says that Tony was married to Bobby, and Lucy was ended up stealing and being married to her.
So I guess that's just where the animosity is then.
Yeah, it definitely has to do with Tony. I knew that much. But
Yeah.
okay, also I wanted to talk about the scene between Monica and AJ. I liked that scene a lot because Monica said to him, "It's none of your business. Jason has beef with Jagger. You don't have beef with Jagger. There's no reason for you to start a fight with Jagger. Like, just leave it, let it go."
Right.
I liked that. That was good.
Yeah. Good Monica moment.
Yeah, for sure.
They're actually like I feel like I almost feel like they're revving up Monica a little bit and Alan.
Yeah.
Um,
And also, Sean mentioned his son Connor, who we have not seen in like over a year. I think we saw him a little bit in the early '93. It hasn't been that. I'm exaggerating. It's been like a few months, but like,
yeah, I didn't know him.
Well, he was on in '92 a lot more than when we first started watching, and then he was on a little bit in '93. The last time we saw him was at the Outback, before Dominic even passed away.
I think I do vaguely remember that now.
Yeah.
I guess he never did anything with him because he's
Mhm.
all right. Well, let us know in the comments. Did you watch in '93? I want to know what people thought about these storylines back then. I really do, and I want to know like summer storylines being this deep and sad and depressing. But all right, if you have nothing else to add, I'll wrap it up. Thanks for joining us at Queers and Soaps. Thank you, subscribers. We love all 882 of you, and join us next time with more GH93. Till then, ta ta.
Bye. Thank you.